podcast. You know what it called? What it is? Hey, we fooling at the fall shop. Fooling at the fall shop. Fooling at the fall shop. We fooling at the fall shop.
Yo, this boy CMD. I'm chilling at the Fog Shop down here in Folk Valley, man. Y'all make sure y'all stop by, check out the Fog Shop. Shout out to DJ Funk and shout out to my homie DJ Who and CMD. And I'm out. Money and cash over nonsense. Fog Shop, Folk Valley. Holla at your boy.
Hey, checking in. We live back at the Fog Shop with it, man. Fort Valley, Georgia. Fooling at the Fog Shop, man. We got a special guest today, Mr. CMD Styles.
Yep.
I got my dog Khalil in the building too, man. What up, Khalil?
What's going on, y'all? Some of y'all know me as Khalil, some of y'all know me as Cloudy. We down here at the Fog Shop, 108 South Camilla Boulevard, the Purple Building down in Fort Valley.
Hey, man, big things happening, man, in the valley, man. Hey, man, we got Matt Town's own, man, CMD Styles, bro. A legendary, you know what I'm saying, artist. Whether you want to go art with your hand, like that you can see, or art that you can hear, you feel what I'm saying? CMD Styles in the building. What's up, CMD?
What's happening, man? First of all, I want to appreciate y'all for having me down here, back in the valley, man. I've been back and forth to the valley a long time. I love the valley, man. So shout out to everybody out there. Nice to meet you, Khalil. Let's chop it up, man.
Yes, sir.
Chop it up.
So, man, I grew up in the Middle Georgia area, man, so I'm more familiar, you know what I'm saying, with you. So I'm gonna hit you with some of them old school questions, man.
Okay.
Some of them, you know, the early 2000s, man. Let's go ahead and dive in, man. So give everybody, what's the meaning of CMD Styles, bro? Like, what does CMD stand for?
CMD is really my initials, first of all. And I just started using it back in the days for chasing my dreams. Then I started using it for causing much damage, because anytime I used to come in the building, I wreck shop, you know, whether it's art, dancing, music, you know. So I just went with that, chasing my dreams, man. At the end of the day, like, you gotta believe in yourself and chase your dream. Don't ever stop. So that's what CMD stands for, chasing my dream. So you can be CMD, you can be CMD. Just say, I am CMD, man, and keep it moving. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I've been on it for a minute, man. You did some of my artwork back in high school, bro. I brought you some shoes, brought you some Air Forces, bro.
Oh, yeah,
back
yeah.
when they were painting over the Porsches.
Yeah.
You did some of mine, bro.
Yeah, see, like, they getting major money for it now, man. It's sometimes like when you kind of in that pioneer stage before the big blast of social media. You know, I was eating, don't get it wrong, I was eating good, but now the just really eating it. I still do some custom shoes, I don't do as much, but I keep it on the high end now. But yeah, I've been doing it for forever.
And it's definitely a big lane, man. Maybe we can do some networking after the show, bro, and I can show you some places where you might can, you know what I'm saying, advertise that and let them know you still get down with that.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Khalil, man, what's up, man? What you thinking about, man?
Man, I'm thinking about some custom shoes. Like I got my Forces on right now. They're a little dirty, but you know I could clean them up. You know, put a little something on there. I already got my own logo. I can't show you right now because I got on my sleeves.
Yeah, we like I said, I used to clean them up, man. I'll tell you one quick story about when I really got heavy in the game. What was that, Katrina? When Katrina hit? 05 somewhere in there. I met a guy from Louisiana who had a shoe store. He had to get up out of there real quick. So he called me and asked me, did I paint Air Force One? Like, yeah. So he like, got a few things I want to do. I'm like, all right, you know, where you at? This one I was kind of back and forth to Atlanta. So he was like, yeah, meet me in Atlanta. Ooh. So I was like, all right, cool. So, you know, I'm thinking 7 pounds, maybe. So he got quite a few. Man, I just went to a storage building and lit the storage up. He had probably about 300 pair Air Force One that had been damaged in the flood. They wasn't bad, but because the color of the box, they had kind of stained on white. So I was like, man, I tell you, he just wanted most of them touched up white. So we cut a little deal. I touched up a few. He gave me, I might have had a few hundred pair Air Force Ones at my house at one time. They jumped on them, eBayed them, did Fruit Loops on some, did, you know, this, I don't know if you remember when they were putting the little beads on, like the paint looked like it's,
Okay, like it coming off.
yeah, almost like measles, and it take a long time to put each paint dot on them. I started doing those, I was rocking and rolling, man. Yeah, so I ate good off the flood. unfortunate for some folk, but I ate good. So,
Yeah, man. It was a different time back then, man.
Right.
Georgia got hit with a lot of new, you know what I'm saying,
Oh, yeah.
money making opportunities on
Right.
either side, bro.
Right.
And so that brings me to another question, man.
Mhm.
You mentioned like dancing and stuff earlier, bro. Tell us a little bit about, like the history of making, like the music. And
Okay.
I remember making, you know what I'm saying, back when I was younger, it was popping. Like, it was
Right.
just, they had the club money, you feel me? You had
Right.
like everybody coming from Atlanta down here, to get off their new stuff and stuff
Right,
like that.
right.
Just tell us a little bit, man, about the history of making, man, with all the geek, the dances and all that, man.
Right. Well, making use just like the culture from of Atlanta, that yeek dance style. Of course, it spread all throughout Georgia, from Savannah, Macon, Columbus. Everybody had their version of the yeek, and we had a dance group, and we traveled a lot. Rest in peace to my brother Mike Ross. That's the logo. That's PSD, and this is actually his actual chain. He got killed in, I want to say 95, 96, somewhere in there. And this is an actual chain. Somebody brought it to me probably 10 years ago, so I wear it every day. But we started the dance group. We were pretty notorious for the Decca talent shows and the Coliseum talent show where they used to have in Macon used to be real big. 10,000 plus sold out at the Coliseum. And our niche was we had a couple of white guys, before white guys could dance, we had some white guys that could party. That was our kind of claim to fame. We did the whole paint your face thing, and a lot of people remember our Joker routine where we dressed up like the Joker, painted our face.
Oh, yeah?
Went to the magic shop, got some little fire that come out your hand, got some little glitter that you throw in the air, and we used to get down, man. Then, like I said, the Club Money era came in where the hip hop started to grow in Macon. And at that time, we had a record deal. John Amos, rest in peace, John Amos. And a lot of people don't know DJ Skills was actually in the group. He used to actually rap too.
Okay.
So we had Soulism. We did quite a few things with that, man.
That's dope. I actually did y'all mixtape, man, so I got to catch up with a lot of that.
Oh yeah, the DJ Who mixtape. I'm gonna officially release it first of the year too. Man.
Okay.
I appreciate you
That's
doing
what's
that.
up.
Yeah, the DJ Who Got the Nerve mixtape.
Hey.
He got down, brother. I appreciate
Hey,
you.
man.
He went way back with some of my music and brought it up to today. And I appreciate that because, like I said, I'm kind of in a reinventing stage. Because, like I said, most people know me for the visual art, the airbrush side. But I've been doing music for a long time. I just kind of was behind the scenes. So it's the first time I'm kind of just doing what I want to do for a minute.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
Khalil, man, didn't you have some questions about the art?
Oh yeah, I did. And it was dope hearing about the shoes that you were doing, the dancing, and the musical artwork. How long have you been doing art, or how long have you been a creative artist?
I mean, honestly, man, I was blessed with the gift of art, God given, and I developed it like in elementary school. I was the man with the drawing, how they had a little poster contest and this and that. So I used to win those all the time. So as I moved on into middle school and high school, I got away from it a little bit because, once again, growing up in the middle Georgia area, being a blue-collar town, the thought process is go to school, get a job, get a house, get a... So I never really had a real outlet where I thought, okay, this is the route I can go to become an artist. And it wasn't until I actually attended Fort Valley State for a couple of years, and I went for commercial design. And at that point, I realized that art was my passion. It wasn't something I can do on demand or at anybody else, on their time frame or on their clock. So I did what I quitturated from Fort Valley. A lot of people graduated. I quitturated. So I figured this is all I need to know. Let me go. And I applied myself. I taught myself how to airbrush. And it became my job. I created a business with it, and it's been good ever since. I've been blessed, man. I can't lie.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, how many streams of income do you have?
Right now, I have about 4. I have of course, the airbrush business, which is Outrageous Airbrush. If you want to follow me on social media, Outrageous Airbrush. I have Chase My Dream Entertainment, which is myself as an artist. I have one other artist that I kind of work with, so I have Chase My Dream Entertainment. I have Slingshot Rental. Well, you know what a Slingshot is?
Yeah.
The little 3-wheel motorcycle cars. I have Slingshot Rental business with some partners in Atlanta. Shout out to Hakeem and Scooty Whoop. So I have that. And I also just started DJing. Don't tell nobody, aka DJ iPhone. Please don't call me while I'm working. So I got start DJing, and I built what we call a go bar. I don't know if you've seen it yet. It's a trailer, and it lets down into a stage. Like, so basically, you pull up the trailer, you let it down. It's an automatic stage. So we rent it out as a DJ booth. You can use it as some politicians used it for a speaking engagement in Warner Robins. Somebody rented it for a tailgate party, used it as a mobile bar because it has TVs in it. So kind of like a mobile sports bar. You know. So,
Oh yeah, that's pretty dope.
You know, and I dabble in the real estate. I haven't really had time to figure it out, but you know, we do have a couple of houses, rental properties, but yeah. So multiple streams of income, man. You got to make a dollar any way you can.
Hey, man, you can't beat that, man. You know how it is out here, man.
And not any way you can, but you know, the right way.
Right, find the most legal way.
Right, the most legal way, yeah.
Hey, Khalil, let's go pay some bills, bro, and we're going to come right back, all right?
All right.
I know you heard about the trap and the cash it brings. All the women and the cars and the flashy things. You ain't gotta be a dope boy to chase them dreams. Whoa.
Money and cash over nonsense.
So if you ask me where I'm from and what I represent, I tell them quick. Making money and cash over nonsense.
Meet me at the Funky Fuji Shop in Fort Valley, Georgia.
Shop. I don't give a fuck about what you not. Show me that thing and let's go shop. Throw that thing in, just don't stop. Just don't stop. Hot. When you throw that ass, it's hot.
Hey, man, we back, man. You know what I'm saying? Live fooling at the Fault Shop. We got CMD Styles, you know what I'm saying? The legendary Mac Towns on, you know what I'm saying? One of the most fires painters and airbrushers in the Middle Georgia area, you know what I'm saying?
Appreciate that.
Yeah, and I got my dog Khalil, man, checking in, Fort Valley State strong.
What's going on, man? You know, your boy Cloudy checking in. I'm over here looking at this flyer. You could tell us a little bit about your event, Slang and Hope?
Yeah, my album that I have out right now is called Neighborhood Hope Dealer. And basically my job right now is Slang Hope. So what I did was I put together, being that I'm a older artist, I've been around the game a long time. And I understand the culture of music has kind of changed. So I don't necessarily try to fit in. I always, since I've been doing music and art, I always kind of carve my own lane. So what the Slang and Hope project is, I had to come up with a different way to break my music because it's not DJ or club friendly. It's not street, it's not gonna rise from the streets because even though it has a hip hop street appeal to it. Mm-hmm. So I came up with what I call a theatrical concert. Now when you see it and people hear about it, they say play, but it's really a concert because like I tell them in a play, you act for the crowd. In a concert, you interact with the crowd. So the way we perform it is me in concert, but it does have scene changes, clothes changes. But during the show, it's not a musical because during the show, we actually perform for the crowd and interact with the crowd.
Right, so it's more, like you're saying, it's more interactive, it's more in-depth.
Right.
It's more of a personal experience versus if you were to go see a Shakespeare, that might have been edited with a song or two, kind of like.
And like, if you go see a musical, you kind of sit there and watch it and, okay. But this one, like, I might call somebody out the crowd, hey, come on stage. I might go in the crowd. I might, because like I said, it's a concert. So we interact. We do little silly stuff where people, it's just a real nice experience. It's a lot of unexpected. Even people who know me and known me for years for performing, the first time we did it, they were pleasantly surprised. They were like, man, I knew it was gonna be good, but I didn't expect this. So we're doing it again on my birthday, which is December 30th. Well, my birthday every day. You know, I have a birthday party every day, but December 30th is what my mom and dad had told me. That what the paperwork say. So I don't know, but December 30th we having it Douglas Theater. It's gonna be real nice. $30 in advance, $40 after the 15th. After party with AJ the DJ, you know, he's a living legend in making. Free drinks, free food. It's gonna be quite an experience, man. It's gonna be a real good time. So,
Man, that was actually my next question, man. How did you come up with that party every day, bro?
well, once again, living life and understanding that how short life is, it was already on my heart. And actually, me and Sonny Spoon was just talking about it one day, and I think his birthday was coming up or something. I was like, man, sure, I'm gonna have me a birthday party too. So we were just at the studio messing around, and he was like, man, throw yourself a birthday party every day. So we kind of went back and forth. But I hadn't recorded the song, and once the pandemic hit, I kind of realized, and most people realize, like, oh, all of a sudden, people just, too many people who, like, for instance, just a couple of days ago, my girl, one of her best friends, in the midst of planning her birthday party in January, died in her sleep, like 2 or 3 days ago.
My condolences.
So I appreciate that. So at the end of the day, I can plan my birthday party, but I'm gonna celebrate my birthday party because I might not make it to that birthday party. So if you having a birthday, like happy birthday to you, hey man, let's do it again. Yeah. I don't care if you're at work, play, wherever you at, throw yourself a birthday party. Get up with that mentality that, man, y'all ain't gonna bother me, it's my birthday. Y'all ain't gonna worry me, so that's basically what it's saying.
Nah, that's real.
Yeah.
That's real. I need to drop a bomb on motherfucker. But hey, it's all good. We'll find the effects in a minute.
Oh yeah.
Hey man, speaking of, you mentioned Sonny Spoon, man. That's a name we've been hearing around the Middle Georgia area for like a long time, bro. Just give us a little bit of, history about Sonny Spoon and y'all affiliation.
Okay. Sonny Spoon, if I go back to our affiliation, we grew up in church as shouties. So I've been knowing them all life. We grew up to the point where, my mama could whoop him, his mama could whoop me. His grandma knew, I can't cut up over his grandma house because I'm gonna get in trouble at home. So I knew James Maxwell. Okay, so as he got in high school, we had a high school fraternity, Sigma Psi Phi, where at that time, like I said, we might have had, in a 10-year span, we might have had 400 members total. So he was a part of Sigma Psi Phi, so that was another brotherhood. So when we started doing music, when we first got our record deal at Soulism, DJ Skills and John Amos, myself, our label actually bought us a bunch of studio equipment. So we might have been the first cats in making with, the MP3 and whatever. I ain't do no production, the keyboard. So I knew Spoon was trying to do an album. So I introduced him to John Amos, like, hey, let's do Spoon the album. So from there, it kind of moved forward, to them forming Dollywood and doing their thing. We did the Dirty Bird record together. Well, he did it, I helped him with the Dirty Bird and, went from there.
That's cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So another thing, man, I was kind of interested in, man, in the past, you feel me, what it is, 2022, in the past 30 years or, 25 years, Atlanta has become, quote unquote, the new Hollywood, right?
Right.
Just talk about, man, how you seen Atlanta grow and how us down here in the Middle Georgia area have always been able to kind of keep up as much as we wanted to, you feel what I'm saying,
right.
with the growth of it, you feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Whether we actually go up to Atlanta or we do our own thing down here, you know what I'm saying? Just speak on how the growth of Atlanta has influenced Middle Georgia and how you've seen Atlanta grow in the past 25 years.
Right. I guess part of me is being a visual artist and kind of being a visionary and seeing things before it happened. I kind of saw it coming because once again, I was back and forth. Like, me and Spoon had a song called Hustle.
Okay.
And I had a line that was I'm worldwide on 75 because even to get our record deal for Soulism, I had to move to Atlanta. John Amos moved with me to Atlanta, and we worked the underground club until we got our deal.
Okay.
So even as an airbrush artist, I moved to Atlanta, opened up in County Road Flea Market, then I was on Greenbrier Flea Market. So the stuff I was doing in Macon was cool. But when I moved to Atlanta, here come the challenges. Here come the stripper boots. Here come that's when the beepers will, can you paint a beeper? Can you paint a car hood? So I learned a lot in Atlanta because of the size of the city and the challenges, and I brought it back to Macon. So Atlanta's always been, on their way to that. And like, I've been in the studio, when just at the studio and TLC walked by. I've been at the studio and, Jermaine Dupri and, I was at Jagged Edge when they first opened their studio. They had party with Nelly. And so Atlanta, I kind of was in the middle of it and saw it blossom, but because I was always behind the scene, I had another little group that I managed, Doogie Fire PD13.
Okay.
And he actually was supposed to be on Bow Wow's second album.
For real?
Yeah, but
I remember that.
Yeah, but because Block from Block Entertainment, he came down. And, one of the guys who worked with T.I., Snake, they came down. We met. So I kind of was up there in it during the growth.
Right. That.
Right.
And that's what we was talking about earlier. The early 2000s. How it was kind of.
Right.
It was like a one. I call it the streets of gold because even though I was young, I still remember like seeing Bruce come down here a lot.
Right.
And then I remember hearing Bruce and them say, "Oh, it ain't nothing for us to come to Macon. Y'all like our cousins. This is just the backyard."
Right.
You feel me?
Right. And even if you listen to like the early Outcasts and Goody Mob, they mention Macon all the time.
Right.
And like I said, I was at it's another story a lot of people don't know. I had a shop at Greenbrier Flea Market.
Okay.
And like I always ask people, what's Outkast? I mean not Outkast. Ludacris' first album. You know what his first album was?
Word them out.
Nah. See,
Not that one, but Chicken. Nah, hold up. I know
What's
it.
his first album?
Incognito.
Right.
Incognito.
Most people gonna say Back for the first time.
Okay.
Because they didn't. Incognito was his Southern album.
Yeah.
But then he got the deal and re-released most of the stuff on Incognito and called it Back for the first time. That's why he called it Back for the first time. Okay. So I had an airbrush shop up there, and this one he was Chris Lover. He came by the shop, me and him chopped it up quite a few times about doing a shop together, but I moved back to Macon, lost his number. Of course, he started snowballing, couldn't get back in touch with him. Next thing you know, he Ludacris back for the first time. So like I said, I was up there in the kind of the eye of the storm as it.
I remember on his first couple of videos he had the airbrush.
Yeah, he was, if you watch his first year, he was crazy about the airbrush.
Okay.
So I met him at Crystal's actually. He had on a Def Jam jacket. And I just, recognized his voice. I'm like, man, you Chris Love, like, yeah. And we chopped it up. So Atlanta, just like now, has always been, at the end of the day, our land of opportunity. You meet more people in Atlanta in 6 weeks than you do down here in maybe 6 years. Yeah. And that's just the reality of it, So yeah, now they're just doing a lot more movies and stuff like that. So,
Right.
So big up to the ATL, but I still rep the 478. I still tell them I'm from Macon when I go.
Khalil, you from Atlanta, right?
I'm from north of Atlanta, from Kennesaw.
So from
the new age kid's gonna say I'm not from Atlanta, but the OG's gonna be like, hey, bro, that's Atlanta.
You from Atlanta.
So the 770, I was born north side.
Okay.
So, but I don't really rep Atlanta like that unless I go out of town.
Right.
But yeah, I'm from Kennesaw.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you young, what year you was born?
2000.
Okay. Yeah.
You right. I'm born in '90, so I'm 10 years older than you.
Okay.
So yeah, I got a little bit more memory of like when it was just starting to. You know what I'm saying? That TLC, that crisscross stuff. You know.
So I'm an OG, so I was stuck in traffic in Freaknik. So
okay.
I was on the interstate part.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, my folks is over there partying there in Freaknik.
Yeah, That's the other Atlanta.
Yeah. Hey man, and because like I say, I'm from Middle Georgia, man. So these names you mentioned, I've been hearing forever, bro.
Yeah.
Talk about Doogie Fire, cause I saw Doogie Fire live at the Lil Romeo concert when Lil Romeo and Lil Corey and them came down here.
Yeah.
And you know, plenty. I used to go to church with them at Beulah Land.
Okay.
Beulah
Okay.
Land,
So
yeah.
you know the Doogie Fox story.
Yeah. Well,
that's
what I was finna tell you to just go through that, man.
Yeah. Well, Doogie was if we go way back, like I said, Doogie he started dancing when he was like 4. Yeah. We did a show at the Coliseum and like 4 years old and probably could outdance everybody else in the group. Yeah. You know, his first show he came in on stage in a stroller and got out the stroller and rocked the Coliseum, 10,000 people. So a couple of years later, his uncle Chico started writing little songs for him. And I heard one, and I was like, man, we're gonna put him in a little talent show. So they did a little talent show. They were good, but they weren't great. So I took him in the studio with me and started writing for him and wrote a song called How Y'all Feeling. It was hot, you know. Like I said, because he was 4, he had already been entertaining forever. Then he had his 2 brothers and his cousin that danced with him called PG-13. They, had all these big afros. So I started just, working them. Had a little situation with him. Like I said, he did the Romeo shows. He did shows with B2K.
Come on, the skate ring days. Yeah, come on, they ain't even talk about that.
He actually was on, I don't know if y'all remember Jenny Jones, National TV. He was on Jenny Jones. Yeah. He actually was on the Apollo too.
For real?
Yeah, I've been trying to dig up them, the old tapes in the garage somewhere.
Okay.
But like he was in a powerful position, man. And like I said, Block Entertainment, Block came down and they were gonna work with him on getting on Bow Wow's second album. Mm-hmm. But during this time, he was 12, and his voice had just started to change. Mm-hmm. So the way he sounded on his original song, he wasn't sounding exactly like that. Mm-hmm. So we were kind of trying to wait for that voice change to get him back in the studio. So things didn't work out, like I said, because once again, the music business, don't care if you're 11, 12, 15, 35, 62. When it's time to move, you gotta move. Yeah. So being he was a kid, a lot of opportunities that came up, I couldn't seize the moment because I would have to worry about trying to get him out of school or get, Right. And like you were talking about the skating rink, I think we had a meeting with it might have been with Snake, who was with Grand Hustle for a while. But they wanted to go to the skating rink so bad. Mm-hmm. And you gotta understand, Doogie might have been 11, his brother's 10 and 9. Yeah. And like I said, that skating rink was y'all life.
Most important.
That was life.
So you say they rather went to the skating rink than a meeting?
I'm saying I'm driving to Atlanta, them jokers back in the back, frying up, crying. I'm trying to explain to, 8 and 9-year-old the importance of this meeting, but I just turned back around, get out of my van, man. So that's the hardest thing about kids in this industry. The industry don't care. You got to get there, but
Hey man, but they inspired, man, a lot of people in the Middle Georgia area, man, especially kids like me saw other kids was rapping and shit. Right. And then now, because on that Jeezy, on that first mixtape, Drama was shouting them out though, right?
Right. The first, if you watch the first Jeezy video, I don't know if you seen the one with him and Sonny Spoon. Okay.
Like the one that's the cover of the first CD.
Remind me of how you ride on the. Right. It might say Lil J on it, but but it was Sonny Spoon and Jeezy, and it's a video with Sonny Spoon and Jeezy trying to talk this little kid out of, going the wrong way, and that's actually Doogie playing the character. Okay. So I was at the video shoot, I just wasn't in it, but that's Doogie playing the little character on the bicycle. So you get to check that out. Google Sonny Spoon, Young Jeezy. I think it's The Game. And that's the name of the song. And it might say Lil J, but that was before Jeezy took off. Shouts out to Young Jizzle. And see, I used to do all they T-shirts, and even to the point where me and Spoon used to have shows. I had to call Lil J at the time. Hey man, we got a show. Y'all want to open up? Oh yeah, we'll be there. Okay. So I think I was in Ohio doing something, and the guy asked me where I was from. I told him, he's like, you know Young Jeezy? Yeah. Like, you know Young Jeezy? I'm like, yeah. You're like, so if Young Jeezy walking here right now, he'll come over here and speak to you. I'm like, look, I ain't say I ran with Young Jeezy. He don't owe me no money or nothing. I said, I don't know. He might throw up his hand. He might come over here and hug me. He might act like he don't know me. I said, I don't know him like that. I said, but I know him. But I was like, man, he don't owe me nothing, you know.
I mean, making like once you there for a minute, somebody gonna know somebody that know you like that. You know what I'm saying? So
like I said, we cool, but you don't owe me no conversation. You know how some people swear that people once they make it, they owe you something. You don't owe me nothing. So I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Khalil, what you got, G?
What do you like to do in your free time?
No such thing with free time to me. It's expensive time and it's less expensive time. So if any free time, I'm probably asleep. But even with that, I try to think of a way to make money. But if I say free time, I like to hoop. You know, like I said, you know, if I want to hurt my knee, I'll probably still be in the league now. You know, basketball, church league.
So you need some CBD.
Church league. Yeah, I need some CBD. Not the NBA, being church league. But I like to hoop, man. I'm one of them cats that I kind of like to do everything, so it's hard for me to do nothing. Because if somebody come in right now and say, let's hoop, I go hoop. Somebody say, let's go play softball, I go play softball. Let's play football. Let's dance, let's rap. You know, I'm pretty much been fortunate to be blessed. I can do a little bit of everything pretty good. Might not be the best at nothing, but I'm pretty good at everything.
Oh yeah, it sounds like you need to get one of our fogwoods, keep you in shape, keep you in the game.
Okay, I'll check it out. That's the one without the.
That's our
What's the fault? Tell me
It's
about it.
a pre-rolled 2 gram backwood, hand rolled, no spit.
I gotta smoke that.
Yeah, but we got gummies, CBD gummies, Delta 8 gummies.
I just need the cream. I need it.
Oh yeah, we got some cream.
Yeah, I put the cream on the left knee. I might still give you about 40.
Oh yeah. Let you know when we got some more creams back on the show.
Okay, sound good. I can do that.
What's up?
Hey man, so you say you've been partying with the Southern Soul crowd too lately, huh?
Yeah, big shouts out to Stacey Adams. That's my partner there. We got the song "Bet on Yourself" together. We got a song that we're working on, "Trail Ride" together. We actually got a big show coming up in Biloxi, Mississippi, January 20th, where Stacey Adams, Life Jennings, Adina Howard, and headlined by Anthony Hamilton. So we got that popping off. Then we got another show in Mississippi, Mother's Day with Calvin Richardson. I've been chopping it up, doing some stuff with Westlove. So that Southern Soul Arena, man, it's fun. It's real grown folk music.
And they be partying.
Yeah, they party, and they just like to have a good time, man. So I love it. Shouts out to DJ Smooth.
Yeah.
He was trying to kind of get me to go that route a couple of years back, but I wasn't ready to release. I had a song called Party, and he kept, hey, man, you need to. So I finally dropped Party, and we supposed to put a little schedule together first.
And that fit right in, too, because, see, Southern Soul, they need somebody like yourself and with your type of music, you know, because that's still that lane, but it brings something different to that lane. That's hard.
Right, yeah, because I did a show with them. Did a Southern Soul show in Sandersville, and mostly everybody was singing. So when I got up and performed, kind of in the middle, a lot of people came up to me like, "Man, I enjoyed that. It was a breath of fresh. It was a break from the monotonous of just everybody singing." But yeah, I like it, man. I enjoy it. But I just love music anyway, man. Like I said, I just try to carve my own little lane and ride my own wave.
For sure. Hey, man, it's definitely been a great-ass episode. Khalil, hit him with one more question, bro, and I'm going to hit him with one more and let him introduce his video as we go out.
What's your favorite thing to do when you pull up to Atlanta?
Pull up to Atlanta. If I had to say my favorite, it used to be Walters. You familiar with Walters?
Nah.
Familiar with Walters?
Yeah,
Sneaker store downtown. I used to, like I said, we used to jump in the car, blink of an eye, and shoot the Walters and get the exclusive kicks. Now that everything online, it ain't as fun as it used to be. If I had to say, probably pull up at the Cheesecake Factory, get me some jambalaya. I really don't have a favorite Atlanta thing anymore. You know, I go up there for business and then probably shoot on back, you know. But I am trying to get back up there and start back getting my feet wet, doing some networking, because I know a lot of people in the industry they just don't know they know me because I was so behind the scenes. Once I say, man, no, we was at such and such. Oh, okay, that was you, yeah. You know, because we actually at Solon, we actually went on a tour with college tour with Jay-Z.
For real?
Yeah, it was dope. Jay-Z, we were the opening act. Jay-Z was the headliner. We did about 8 shows. Like a couple of them might have been, you know, they might have had some local opening acts, but we were the first act on the ticket. So it'd be us, might be Lil Kim, Outkast, and Jay-Z. Next show might be us, Junior Mafia, Luke, Jay-Z. Next show might be us, Lost Boys, you know. So we did about 6 shows, and it was dope, man. And like I said, it just, once again, the industry don't care about what you got to do at home, your attitude, this and that. So a couple of shaky decisions kind of sent us back to the crib. So it mattered, but it don't matter because we came right back to the crib after it was over. But we were at the door a lot of times with Soulism, Sunny Spoon, Doogie Fire. So now I'm just doing music because I love it, man.
Okay. That's it's like a movie almost, bro. Like,
oh yeah, we writing it. We writing the movie, the documentary now. We trying to
like the new Cadillac Records type shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Or just like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Yeah, and it's actually like it's his story in the making. So it's history, but it says his story. So I'm writing my story in the making. You know, just to kind of tell you.
Oh wow.
Right, tell
Like
you kind of, right.
Okay.
His story in the making.
Okay. Speaking of, bro.
See what you did there.
Yeah, that's speaking of making, man, go ahead and, man, introduce them to your video, that MACON, bro.
Okay. MACON. That's money and cash over nonsense. You don't have to be from making it feel like this. Keep your mind focused on the money and cash over nonsense. So y'all check it out, CMD.
Hey, man, we out, man. Fooling at the Fall Shop, bro.
All right, Claudio.
DJ who?
CMD.
When you drive around Macon, man, and you see the abandoned buildings, you think to yourself, man, what can I do to make that better?
You need people who speak vision and people who are able to articulate it to the masses.
It's not about notoriety, it's not about fame. It's really about the greater good that you can have in the community through partnership and collaboration.
Macon is a wonderful place. Just sometimes those on the outside looking in don't really know how much love is in the city. With this movement, we're gonna be able to show the world how we stand together. I'm one of them individuals, and it's thousands more, and y'all about to see.
If anybody really know me, they know I keep me a gun. Not the ones that go bang though, them airbrush ones. Straight working with them shirts, I became one of the best. I'm CMD, aka Mr. Say It With Your Chest. I was good in their hood, my little book bag on. That was my version of the small business loan. I've been hustling, written buses since like the age 15. I had the whole school going to Six Flags with me. Now, right off of Duncan Block. Threw up the first shop, YG's and Move Keys. I moved T's. Now it's God, family, brotherhood, and money over everything. I made myself a boss, me and Mike Ross. From throwing parties, making music, kept money on my mind. That's right. Official businessman since like 1999. With God by my side, who shall I feel? I mean, 20 years later, man, and I'm still here. So if you ask me where I'm from and what I represent, I tell them quit. Making money and cash over nonsense. They say, how you kept going when you wanted to quit? I tell them, making money and cash over nonsense. Now when them streets kept calling, how you stayed legit? Making money and cash over nonsense. No, you can't give me half, I gotta pay my rent. Come on, man. Making money and cash over nonsense. Now, money's not the root of all evil, it's the love of it. Ask anyone, they gon' swear they need some more of it. But don't let it distract you, focus on being happy. Know your liabilities from your assets. See, true wealth is in knowledge. Ignorance equals poverty. It's cool to buy some J, but buy some property. Now while you sleep, money don't rest. We were taught how to save. That's not how to get ahead. We need to learn to invest. Now, walk to your own beat. Stand on your own feet. Pray, dream, work, celebrate, and repeat. That's why me and the boys met in Vegas. More paper than conversation. How to improve our situations and take way more vacations. Pursue profits with a purpose. Find your passion. Can't pray and sit around, man. You gotta take action, but be careful now. When you start to focus on your money, people gon' call that acting funny. So if you ask me where I'm from and what I represent, I tell them quick. Making money ain't cash over none. Now you ain't gotta be from Macon to feel like this. Come on, man. Making money ain't cash over none. Yeah, I got a little money, but it's more to get. Making money ain't cash over none. And if your whole crew broke, you need to change your clique quick. Making money ain't cash over none. I know you heard about the trap and the cash it brings. All the women and the cars and the flashy things. You ain't gotta be a dope boy to chase them dreams. Whoa.
Money and cash over nonsense.
I know you heard about the trap and the cash it brings. All the women and the cars and the flashy things. You ain't gotta be a dope boy to chase them dreams. Whoa.
Money and cash over nonsense.
So if you ask me where I'm from and what I represent, I tell them quick. Making money ain't cash over none. Now you ain't gotta be from Macon to feel like this. Come on, man. Making money ain't cash over none. Yeah, I got a little money, but it's more to get. Making money ain't cash over none. And if your whole crew broke, you need to change your clique quick. Making money ain't cash over none. Making money ain't cash over nonsense. Making money ain't cash over nonsense. Making money ain't cash over nonsense.
Macon, Georgia, man, that means money and cash over nonsense. It's your boy T-Love, a.k.a. Mr. Keep That Same Energy, y'all. Y'all make some noise, man, one time.